Hey, Tony Gaskins here, waiting on my haircut. Forgive me for looking raw. Car Chronicles. I got a great question. A young lady asked me, she said, Tony, why do men think women are easy? And how to handle it when a man approaches you in that manner. And I want you to understand this, ladies. To every woman who watches this, please understand and hear me on this. Men assume women are easy now, today, because of experience. Now, I can tell you from being a man who was extremely experienced in relations with women until I got married in 2007. Now, this way back then, before all of this social media. So, women were even more strict back then, before all of the media started to really over-sexualize everything and everybody. Before being on Instagram and objectifying yourself on Instagram was a thing, I will tell you honestly, women were very easy. But I could understand that it wasn't necessarily the woman's fault because of the world that we live in. So you have to remember that women did not have rights. Women did not have a voice. Women couldn't vote at a period of time. Women still today are not equally paid. Women today are victimized or victim shamed, I would say. When a woman comes out and she says something, she's questioned. Why now? Why are you saying something now? Why didn't you say something sooner? What did you do to deserve it? What did you do or say that entice or provoke this man to touch you in that way, or to say what he said, or to do what he did? And then a lot of men could simply just say, she's lying, and then everything is thrown off. Now, at the same time, there have been many cases of women lying on a man and saying that a man, raped her or touched her or said something inappropriate. And that woman may be lying for revenge, may be lying for attention, may be lying for only God knows why. And sometimes that is discovered, that's found out, and a man is, vindicated for that. But what you have to understand is that overall, for the most part, women have lost their sense of identity, of self-worth, and of self-love. And that's why I preach this. That's why I preach keep your legs closed. That's why I say come to the table as a boss, instead of coming to the table with your hand out saying, give me this, give me that, save me, rescue me. I'm a damsel in distress. I'm all yours. Take care of me. Do for me. Instead of coming to the table in that weak position, like you are desperate for a man and you need a man, come to the table and say, look, I'm healthy and I'm whole because I'm working on myself daily. I'm not perfect, but I'm making progress. So I don't necessarily need a man, but I want a man because I'm ready for a man. A man does not complete me. A man complements me. So you have to come to the table differently. And that is what so many women are not doing. And as a woman, you will know better than me why that is. But as a man, I see it as desperation. I see a lot of women being desperate for a man because needing a man to take care of you, meaning not necessarily just take care of you, but needing a man to provide and be your covering, be your security blanket, needing that because you getting looked at like you crazy because you get a certain age and your mama and your auntie and everybody asking where your man at, when you gonna get married or when you gonna get married again. And so therefore you have a lot of women taking desperate measures and meeting the man and saying, hey, okay, what is the number one thing a man wants? Oh, I know what it is. Okay, I really want this man. Let me get that to him. And so I noticed that women who trying to trap a man, who really desperate for a man, they get on their back really, really fast. But see, the thing about it is, very rarely does that work. That is a temporary fix. It just hooks that man temporarily. It grabs his attention and he'll focus on you and he'll stay there with you until he's used to you and now he's bored. Now, my number that I've come up with is number 11. When a man touches you that 11th time, when I say touch, I mean come together. I'm talking about in the sheets. I'm talking about relations all the way. When a man touches you that 11th time, that's when he has pretty much had his fill. That's when, because see, by that 11th time, by now he done flip you and toss you. See, the first few times might be just, normal, kind of regular. But when you go that 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time, now you flipped and tossed. Come that 11th time, that's what he doing to you. So now, where you hopped in there on the first night, in the first week, on the first month, and you thought you had you one, you thought you done trapped him because you gave him what you thought he wanted. Now, a couple months later, he bored with you, he used to you, he done had you in every way. And so now, he looking around. And the reason why he's looking around is because you didn't require that he truly gets to know you before you gave him your body. You didn't require that he learns more about you and that he falls in love with you and you fall in love with him. See, he fell in lust with you and you fell in desperation for him. So you got on your back. And so what happens is, and I'll be honest with you as a man, listen to me now. This happens 9 out of 10 times with women. If a man approaches 10 women that accept him, that say, okay, you good enough for me to deal with, you look good enough for me to give the time of day. If a man approaches 10 women that accept him, I'm not talking about the ones that kept it moving because he wasn't on their level. But if a man gets 10 women, out of 10 women, 9 of them gonna hop in the bed before they should. 9 of them gonna hop in the bed. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you. And when I was out there in that field, I stopped counting how many women I was dating and dealing with at 79. That's a real number, 79. I ain't making it up. It was 79. And I had a little sheet of paper. It was a little sheet of paper, and I write the names down. And I had a little sheet of paper because some other guys told me that. They had a little piece of paper, they had a little book. And men, a lot of us, especially average everyday men, now celebrities, they don't have time to keep up with names and all of that. But we were tracking down them names because that's how we define our manhood as a young man. You keeping score because you got to realize men are hunters, men are gamers, men are competitors. That's why we play so many sports. That's why men gamble. That's why men take risks. And so as a young man, when you lost and nobody's teaching you how to be a real man, because in our society, real man is defined by how much money you make. People don't look at a real man by who can be faithful to one woman. People looking at the real man by who's a millionaire, who's a billionaire. That's where you get your manhood from. That's where you get your clout from, not by if you can love one woman. No man, and when I say no man, I'm talking about the general population. I'm talking about the majority. I'm not literally saying not a single man. So understand that. Don't get caught up. No man is jealous of a one-woman man. There's no man that's looking at me and saying, woo, man, you a one-woman man? Woo, man, you lucky. Boy, you a lucky man to have one woman? Woo, you lucky. No man is saying that. When they find out I'm a one-woman man, or you a one-woman man, oh, how is that? That's what I get. How is that? I do not meet men bragging about being a one-woman man. Now, some men will say, man, I don't cheat on my wife. I do not cheat on my wife. You know, hey, that's the only one. I could count on one hand how many men have said that to me. I say it all the time because it's true. And I hang my hat on that because I know how rare it is. So for me, that's where my manhood is defined. That's my rite of passage. Not how much money I can make, because anybody can make money. Anybody can make money. But see, this is what we don't understand. So what you have to realize is that most men are not a one-woman man, and when men coming at you, they throwing everything at you but the kitchen sink. They bringing all the game. And if you don't know who you are, if you don't know where you are, if you don't have your mind on right, if you have not made a decision that you're going to keep your legs closed and your eyes open, if you have not decided, that man will take you for everything that you're worth, for everything that you're willing to give, and then he will leave. So this is what you got to do. When a man come to you, you have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. And what I mean by this is, like right now I got boundaries. Monday through Thursday, I don't text after 7 p.m. If you text me after 7 p.m., you're not going to get a response unless I deem it an emergency or I consider you in a very inner circle or family. Other than that, Monday through Thursday, you're not going to get a text before 9 a.m. or after 7 p.m. On Friday, you can text me between the hours of 9 to 5. On Saturday and Sunday, I'm not responding at all. So from 5 p.m. Friday to 9 a.m. Monday, you will not receive a response back to me unless it's emergency. And it's not that I don't see it, because I may be with my phone, because I may have to do something on social media. That is considered work. That's considered purpose. But I create boundaries on my text message, on my communication, on the access to me, so that I can refuel myself. That's an example about boundaries. So this is what I mean. When you meet a man, you got to set boundaries. How late you going to talk to this man on the phone? You grown. So you need to have your dinner out the way. You need to have your shower out the way. You need to have your nighttime routine out the way. My wife, when she do her face routine at night, she probably use 6 or 7 different things on her face. After she get out the shower and she do all that to her face and then she lotion. You need to have your nighttime routine out the way. Okay, now we could get on the phone, buddy. So now you're on the phone with buddy, but you're not talking from 9 p.m. till 1 a.m. because you got to be up 5 a.m., 6 a.m. So you talk to buddy from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, I got to go. Great talking to you. I got to get some rest. See, when you give too much to a man, that's when he know what he can take from you. When you stay on the phone 11 o'clock midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, he know he got you. Now he know he got you. Now he finna come for them draws. So see, you have to understand this. You got to create boundaries. Don't call me at no 6 a.m. in the morning. Let me wake up, get my morning routine. Let me watch my video from the course. This is my year. Let me write in my journal. Let me brush my teeth, wash my face, take my shower, do my morning face routine, get my clothes on, and then read my devotional or my Bible study, whatever it is. Now I'm ready. Then meditated 10, 15 minutes. Now I'm ready. Now you can hit me up. Now you can respond to the text message. See, you got to create boundaries. When it comes to the date, one date a week. You need not be seeing somebody Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. You giving too much time. You neglecting your kids if you got kids. If you don't have kids, you neglecting your cat or your dog. You neglecting your job. You neglecting your purpose, your dreams, because you off of work, but you need to be working on your dream now. When you off that job, now you need to be working on your dream job. So you need to have time. Okay, we could do a date Friday night or Saturday night, and based on your work schedule. So you set time. Now you got a time for the date. Now when it comes to the date, you going out. You going out, and I'm driving myself. This is what you got to, hey, I drive. Or if you take the train, or you take Uber, or you take the bus, you get yourself there. Don't let a man come pick you up, because now he knows where you live at. He could take a stupid pill. If he take a stupid pill, or he fall and bump his head, now he at your house 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. You find out he crazy. Now you want to leave him 2 weeks in because he showed you a red flag that was a red flag you cannot ignore. But now, because you were so caught up in dating routine, now he know where you live at. In the beginning, you got to be careful what you accept from a man. See, this is why a lot of y'all get tried. Because when you go on a date and you don't offer to pay your way, you don't offer to pay your half, now he feel like you owe him something. Now you say, well, I'm going to wait on a real man who don't feel like I owe him something because he paid for a date that he invited me on. What I'm trying to help you understand is that 9 out of 10 of the men that you meet gonna feel like you owe him something. And see, the thing, it might not be a literal thing to where he literally writes it down and says, you owe me. It's subconscious. It's subconscious. And what you don't realize as a woman is that when you taking from a person, when you accepting from a person, you, listen to what I'm telling you now, you start to feel guilty. You don't feel right. If your heart is in the right place, it is very hard for you to allow somebody to spend $50 on you every week, $200 a month, every week, and you not feel some type of way, like you owe him something, like he deserves something in return from you. And see, this is why a lot of times subconsciously you don't even realize how intimacy, intercourse, or some type of sexual interaction, even if it's oral, you don't even realize how it came into play. You don't even realize, you didn't even catch or notice, how did this get put on the table? How did this even come up? I didn't mention it. I didn't say nothing about it. How did we even get there? Oh, you forgot. Give me what got you here. Give me is what got you here. Give me a ride to the date. Give me your money to pay for the date. See, when you come to the table with that gimme, 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 and you thinking in your mind that you a queen and you being courted, yeah, you being courted. You being courted. You being set up for the okie doke. That's why people give to you. I remember I had an auntie. And my auntie, she'll come and she'll give you $3. You ask for the $3. You didn't need the $3. She'll give you $3. Hey, here you go. Hey, put this in your pocket. Get you some. Take that. By 2 weeks later, she'll come to you. Hey, little Tony, let me hold $20. You got $20? No, auntie, I ain't got $20. I ain't got $20. What? I just gave you some money. 2 weeks ago. And this how you do me? Oh my goodness, I cannot believe you. So I could just do for you and do for you and do for you. And then the one time I need you, you can't do nothing for me? Oh my goodness, I cannot. See, that's why I can't deal with y'all. Y'all is just so nasty, so rude. Y'all want to take from people and just take from people. And then when people need you, oh, now you got amnesia. See, that same thing is what people use. That's what 9 out of 10 men use. See, that's what y'all don't understand, what I'm trying to get y'all ready for in 2020. You keep waiting on Prince Charming. What I need you to understand is that you got to truly understand what it is to be a queen and queen moves in this day and age. Because you waiting on Prince Charming, but you going to meet a toad. The toad becomes Prince Charming when you do what you supposed to do, when you know what you're supposed to know. That's when he has to mature into a man because you up on game. But when you sitting there and you taking handouts, you accept the handouts because you feel like it's owed to you because he asked you on a date, he's setting you up for the okie doke. And the next thing you know, listen to what I'm telling you. Don't argue with me. Don't argue with me about what happened to you now. Because when you look back over your life, you realize you was in them sheets. You was on your back. But why you end up on your back? Accepting concessions. How you end up on your back? Accepting handouts. You was sitting there, hey, it was time for my haircut. You was sitting there and you just taking whatever he trying to give you. So before you know it, you feel guilty. And I done had women literally articulate this to me. Tony, you know, I felt bad because he was picking me up. He opened my door. We went out to a nice dinner. I had steak. The sun bad out here. And I just felt bad. So when he came on to me and we started kissing, we started making out, because he had been so nice and so charming, I didn't even realize it. I didn't even catch myself. And the next thing you know, we was doing it. And I've been abstinent. Y'all be saying celibate, saying it wrong. That's how I know you ain't celibate. I was celibate, you know, for 6 months. And then the next thing you know, we in the bed. I say, that's how you got played. So now think about this now, and I want you to understand this. Now. Listen to me before I get this haircut. Listen to me. Close your legs. Set boundaries. And they gotta be strict boundaries. Come to the table like a boss, and then this man gonna realize, oh, this ain't no loose booty. This ain't a loose booty. This woman know who she is. This woman know what she wants. This woman know what she brings to the table. And he gonna pump his brake. He gonna calm down, and he gonna come to you with respect. But when he get those little things from you, and he could do those little things to you, and he get you, and he put you in that position, now he know he can try you. And if you wasn't ready for it, you'll fall for it. So if you want to let a man pay for a date, let him pay for it. If you don't want to offer, don't offer. But make up your mind to say, I'm going to receive, and not feel guilty and not feel like I owe him. Y'all got to forgive me, the city bus coming by. And not feel like I owe him to get in the bed. So I'm going to let him court me and cater to me and do for me, but I'm not going to let that put me on my back out of guilt. Hey, this Tony Gass. God bless you. Good Tony.